What is going on, my good old friends of YouTube? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the stock market just closed literally less than a minute ago, and Palantir stock pretty much broke even on the day after almost hitting all-time highs this morning. You guys can see we hit $44.38. Then we sold off for a lot of the day, guys. We got down to about $42.50, so we dumped about $2 here intraday. But in the last hour and a half of trading, we ended up rallying into close, which is a good sign overall for the bulls. So we're going to break down the charts, how the stock did today, the entire week, and we'll go over what I'm looking to do. But first, guys, hit that like button, make sure to subscribe, and get up to 15 stocks from Moo with at least a $100 deposit. And for now, your uninvested cash will earn up to 8.1% APY, which is unheard of. All you guys have to do is use that link down below in the description box, also pinned in the comment section, or go to stasurfest.com/moo. And with that being said, let's dive right into the video. So check it out. Again, like I said, Palantir stock almost hit an all-time high. I thought we were going to hit it with the way we opened up. I mean, look, we opened up at $43.40, and the bulls came roaring right out of the open. You guys can see we ripped all the way up to $44.38 in the first 10-15 minutes of trading. And at that point, I was watching the charts. I'm like, this is the day. It's going. It looks like it wants to go to all-time highs, but like we can see now, obviously with the benefit of hindsight, we then sold off pretty drastically. We gave back all the gains, from the first 10-15 minutes of trading. We gave back those gains here. So we got back to about $43.25, which is where we were in the pre-market before the big spike at open. Then you guys can see we then bled down a little bit more to about $42.60, which, by the way, with that down move, we almost took out the lows from yesterday, but we didn't, and buyers actually came in and pushed this thing even higher, back to the mid-43s and to close, which is a very good sign. And let me show you here why on the 5-day, 5-minute chart. So yesterday, we held $42.50. That was the low, right? In the morning, we held that point. And today, like I said, we, A, took out the highs from yesterday. That's a good sign that the uptrend's continuing. And B, we then pulled down, but then we held the lows above the lows from yesterday, which is a great sign overall that we're holding higher lows, and that, again, the uptrend is continuing. You guys can see it right here. If I get the circle tool out, boom, you guys see all these higher lows that Palantir has made. And again, today we held a critical spot, and the fact that we bounced into close, I'm loving it. It's looking really good overall for the bulls. So if I pull up this 10-day, 30-minute chart, you guys can see, obviously, we're still holding trend. Buyers came in right above the 180 moving average on this time frame, which, mind you, has acted as support over the last week to 2 weeks at this point. You guys can see that on this 30-minute chart. And on the 20-day chart, with the bounce that we got in the last hour to 2 hours of trading, we popped off of the 50 moving average, which is great news overall for the bulls. And you could argue that SoFi, or not SoFi, geez, I just was talking about SoFi earlier. It's stuck in my freaking head, considering SoFi cracked over $9 today. Shout out to SoFi, guys. That one crushed it, went up 4.5%. But this Palantir, I keep mixing the two up here, guys, talking too much about these two stocks. I'm looking at them every freaking day at this point. But Palantir, buyers came in at the 50 SMA, popped, right? And even though it's arguably a little overbought in the short term, excuse me, guys, we're looking pretty good. The bulls want to keep pushing it higher, even though it's arguably overbought. It looks like the bulls want to push this thing even higher, right? And on the 4-hour, if I pull this up, you can clearly make an argument that, we're overbought. Again, we might be due for a pullback, but, the way we closed makes me believe the bulls want to push this thing higher. And, my prediction here, I think I mentioned this in my video yesterday. I think we're going to hit all-time highs in the very short term. At this point, we're $1.50 away. We got about 60 cents shy earlier this morning. I think we're going to get to all-time highs, right? Maybe we hang out there for a little bit, $45, $46 per share. But shortly after, I think we're going to get a pullback, right? Not to burst anybody's bubble, not to piss anybody off. We're keeping it real here on the channel, guys. I think we're going to hit an all-time high, followed by a decent pullback, right? So let's say we get the $45, $46. All right, we get a blow-off top rally, totally possible. At that point, I think we're going to need to retrace maybe back down to the 50 SMA, at least towards it, maybe at $41, $42. That's where this thing pulls down to. I think I got a comment yesterday on the monthly chart. It looks like we have to come down to $30. I mean, I don't know if it's going to come that far down, guys. That'd be crazy if Palantir pulled down all the way to $30. I mean, if it does, I'll buy more shares. That'd be a buy zone, in my opinion. But I'm thinking more of a pull down towards, 40, maybe 41, maybe closer to that 50 moving average. That'd be a healthier spot here on PLTR. What do you guys think, though? That's my prediction. I think we hit all-time highs next week, followed by a bit of a pullback, and we'll see if I'm right. I'll do another update video at some point next week, so make sure to subscribe. We're almost at 40,000 subs, guys. Crazy how fast that happened. I think just literally a month ago, we were at like 37,000 something. Now we're almost at 40K, so make sure to subscribe if you guys are not subscribed yet here on YouTube, and talk about a great day for the overall stock market, man. And oh, by the way, the mailing list, the email list, I almost forgot. Make sure to join that. I'm sending you guys my top 3 stocks every single Monday morning right to your email for free. No spam, no BS, just straight up value. That's linked down below in the description box. So the S&P 500 hit an all-time high today, guys, $580 per share. Unbelievable. We're breaking out here, and it seems like my $600 prediction on SPY looks like it's starting to play out. I think it's going to go to $600 by the end of the year. That's my bold prediction. So we had a great day in the S&P today. The Russell went up a whopping 2.1%. Very big move for the Russell. Now it's actually testing 2250. We're getting there at least, which has been resistance for quite some time, for a couple of months, about 3 months now on the Russell. So that point needs to break. From there, 2,300 could be the next target, which we hit in the end of July. Then if that were to break, all-time highs on the Russell could be coming like that. I think 2,450 is the all-time high on this thing. Yeah, 2,458 to be exact. So I'm thinking we break out towards that point over the next coming weeks here. That's my bold prediction on the Russell. Let's see. NASDAQ 100, triple Q. Is still struggling to break out a 495. That was the high from the end of September. But if we do it, guys, 505 could be next. I'm thinking all-time highs are right around the corner on triple Q. And the Dow Jones, you guessed it, hit an all-time high today as well. Almost 43,000 points, which is nuts. We hit 42,899 to be exact. So all-time highs hit today on the Dow and the S&P. With the NASDAQ and the Russell could be getting there. They're slowly catching up. We'll see how that works. But yeah, talk about a great way to end off the week, guys. Great green day. Palantir almost got to all-time highs. SoFi cracked over $9, up over 4% on the day. I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And shout out to everybody out there that's been joining the Patreon. I appreciate all the support. We have a Discord chat. I post my charts and ideas throughout the week on Patreon. And most importantly, we're building a private portfolio on there only for the Patreon members, where I'm putting in money every single week and I'm buying stocks, and you guys know exactly what I'm doing, how the stock portfolio has been performing against the S&P 500, which, by the way, we're crushing the S&P 500 this year. There's a lot going on in the Patreon, and again, shout out to all the members that have been joining it. If you want to join, it's linked down below in the description box, also pinned in the comment section, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon. I'll see you guys on the inside. And with that being said, peace out.